32. Ready.
Cheers.
Let's get it.
Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? Early starts, late nights, pouring your energy into the work, yet your bank account doesn't seem to notice it. Like you're pushing a boulder uphill and it keeps rolling back. That's not failure, that's tuition. Because if your business isn't putting money in your pocket, it's putting lessons in your playbook. And the entrepreneurs who win, they use those lessons. What if the season you're in isn't about profits, but it's about preparation? Would you still show up the same way?
100%. Yeah. 100%. I think that...
Why? What's that about? What's the mindset behind that? Because it sounds nice to say it, but...
Incredibly hard to do.
Yeah.
Because it's not outcome focused, but if you continuously, every single day, just look for outcomes, you're going to be left pretty displeased, right?
Yep.
I'm sure everyone had been out there, like, it's good when you hit that shot, or you make that sale, or you get that quote, you win that business, whatever it may be, but how long does that feeling last?
100%.
Is it just the chase of a feeling every single time? The more that you work on you, I'm sure you're the same.
Yep.
I feel like it's not just for a goal or for an objective. I think that, and like you said, your business isn't necessarily like it's working on you, not necessarily for you.
Not all the time. If it's working for you, if you're earning money, it's actually not. And I've felt it where like in the good times when you get comfortable, you go, I'm not learning anything, and you get fat. Like you spend a bit of time in the good paddock. You've heard that expression before.
It's a really good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you learn less.
How do you reckon, like, for anyone out there, and it's one thing that I guess my mentor taught me this actually really well. He was like, don't focus on the external, focus on the internal. Because the quickest way to change the external is to change the internal. That was what I heard. And that really opened my eyes. It was like, oh, stop expecting from the world. Stop, putting in all these things for then the world to bring you something back. Just put it into yourself. And the right things will come to you. And that really shifted my perspective on it. Has that been like something that... Because that's been something you've definitely shifted. And
recently.
Yeah. 100%. I guess you know what? I'm going to put an exemption to this. We talked about this last episode, and I reckon my dad and my parents would speak on their experience for this. I cannot, to this day, having a child, that's external, and that puts a lot of pressure. That would definitely change.
How's it external? What do you mean by that?
Well, it's not necessarily you're just, finding that, okay, put it in perspective. You don't have a pain point. There's no true, like, real pain point of anything like that. It's just like you're having to... You've now got someone to literally that's in your care. You now have not... You've got a big ass reason to get your shit in order. And if you didn't...
True.
How would you... Like, I don't have any kids. For anyone out there, and, like, it is hard. Like, I think in today's day and age, especially the modern day, you look at every super successful person like a Kobe or an MJ, those sorts of people, they had like a fire, they had a twitch, they had like this switch that they just like, MJ would make enemies out of nothing. It could have been, and Tom Brady would just be like, that person said X. That's an incredibly hard skill. Like I can't say I've found that, but I'm starting to find that. And it sounds bad, but you find it in your competition. And you're like, oh, I want to take it to them. And they might not have even done anything wrong. But you need to find your little pain point. I guess for me, if I had a kid though, I feel like you just have to get shit done. Right?
Yeah.
Like you have no real excuse. I've seen a huge change in you since you've had a child.
True.
You had to.
Yeah.
You had to make it work.
Yep.
And that would be no different.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it. That's the only, when I say external, I think when you got family and family is priority and your values are that becomes a super hard reason. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It'd be better just to know how your viewpoint on that is since you've got a child.
It's a good question.
And a wife.
It's a good question. It's a good question. Let me let me just
It's a really like
I just want to frame it in the context of the question. So the question was, what if the season you're in? Yeah, what if the season you're in isn't about profits, but it's about preparation? Would you still show up the same? That was the initial question.
oh gee, I don't think I
Okay, so
answered that
we're
with
now
very-
talking about, so when, yeah, I just want to make sure we're on the same page when you talk about externalizing. So results driven, so putting the work in every day for the results. Look, yeah, but I think there's a caveat to it where you have to have a bit of a time frame on it, where I heard Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Shark Tank, yeah, I heard
He's
him,
brutal. He's
yeah,
great.
this week, he said after 36 months, if it's not making money, you need to take it behind the barn and shoot it in the head. Because it's not a business, it's a hobby. Yeah. So there's a caveat to that. Like, you can't just keep running a business poorly. And you have to see some glimpses of wins, absolutely, for it to be viable. If I was working really hard and putting in the hard yards for 4, 5, 6 years and we never made any money, that would make me an idiot.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. You think about Gravitas.
Yeah.
The previous business we did.
Yep.
It's no different.
Yeah, that was 18 to 24 months.
It wasn't that long though. Yeah, I can't. And
Yeah.
to be fair, it actually had a lot of glimpses. It had a lot of upside. But
yeah, we actually did remarkably well for how poorly we were doing.
But I don't think that would have lasted.
Yeah.
Just based on where the market went.
Yeah, yeah.
If you think about the next,
100%, I agree. Yeah.
you know, for
Yeah.
the next 2 years post.
There was a land
Close.
advisory business, so we were selling farms to developers, and then we sort of shut that down at the back end of COVID, right when you had CEOs of construction companies not doing very well, so to speak.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, one of
literally
them killed himself.
And they,
Yeah, because
to an
that's how
extreme,
stressful.
yeah.
That's how stressful that industry was. Construction prices soared through the roof. The government put a pinch on all development with just ridiculously high open space contributions, taxes, all this crap. They just make it so hard for you to develop land, and that's what we were specialising in.
Yeah, I guess with and that was a phase, I think, a season that we didn't foresee coming. You didn't see COVID coming. You couldn't really.
We weren't looking for it.
We weren't. No one was looking for COVID.
No, but when we started that business, we were looking for what we wanted. We weren't even considering market trends. We knew what we knew, and we knew.
We didn't know our market. We
didn't even stop to consider the customer at all. We were just like, we want to do this. We're just going to do it, and we didn't even stop to think about the viability of the business at all.
Correct, and that's where, like, I guess,
Yeah.
if you look at it from a profits to preparation, is it preparing you for something? I think that's really good. You almost got to put a caveat.
Yep.
And I think any business person out there would be silly not to.
Yep.
You know, after 24, that 24 to 36 months, if you're not doing anything or your skill set, it isn't working. But then you hear of people that there's so many exemptions. Like, time is a beautiful thing. I think the more you work in something and the more you stay established in something.
Also, just because one man said that.
Yeah, like, it's not
cares?
necessary. I don't know. I think as long as you make it work.
Amazon was famously not profitable forever.
And now look at them.
Yeah.
How do you gauge that? Like,
You got to know what you're doing. You got to
And how do you know what you're
understand
doing?
what's really going on.
how do
You've
you
got
know?
to take the blinders off, and you've got to go, no, the reason we're not making money is because we're actually continuously just growing the business at scale, blah, 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 after 3 years. But if at 3 years you're like still at the same level and it's not growing, then you should probably put it into the bin.
And that comes back to, I guess, what we're talking about. It's either, if it's not growing, it might be growing on you. It's then understanding what changes are being made. Prime example, we probably in the moment didn't realise that the business, the previous one, was failing. And then COVID happened. There was external influences that made us take a step back. Changes were made. We failed that one.
Yep.
But it actually worked on us for the next business, for the next thing that we did.
We were far more prepared.
I personally had no concept of what this sounds really bad. I had an understanding of a process that worked for owners in land development, to position them to get the best out of the market, but did I understand what that person necessarily needed and took an interest in that, not necessarily. Which you look back at that and you go, that's the whole thing. In sales is understanding what the client wants, understanding their timeline, understanding how it all works for them, and then being able to actually give them a solution. It's all problem solving, and I had no concept of that, or even concept of, by the way guys, we are using my phone and Andy's phone because my phone is a piece of turd and doesn't have much battery. It's alright, we're going to be upgrading in Queensland, which we will be doing a...
we're both running the... Yeah. Should we do a vlog?
We'll do a vlog. We're going to do... We might even have to do the... we're going to actually have to do the podcast up there. We have to take the mics up.
We will.
And do it on the...
The beautiful thing is we can do this anywhere. We'll do this Burleigh. Do it by the beach in Burleigh. Burleigh Pavilion, brother.
Anyone been to Burleigh? Recommend some places. I have no idea. He has.
I love Burleigh. Adrian Petroulis loves Burleigh as well. Yeah, that's his thing.
Good part of the world.
Yeah. When was the last time a setback in your business taught you something that later saved or made you money? The reason we're asking these questions in this manner is to help rewire your brain so that you don't look at challenges as a negative thing and you start looking at them as a positive thing. I saw a very impacting graphic the other day, an infographic on Instagram of a big rock, and the guy was saying, it was basically, I keep pushing these rocks and they're so hard to move, and then the punchline is, now you have the arms to move the big rocks. That's what business is like. The big rocks come and you go, this sucks. But then you have the big arms for the big rocks. And then you're the sort of person in the community that can move the big rocks. So when you have a situation like, what's something that comes up? You can't make payroll. And you work it out. Then you're the sort of person that can work out how to make payroll when you can't make payroll. Or legislation changes. I've personally never had this one, but legislation changes within your industry. So you've got a business model.
Underquoting is starting to be more in November. They're coming up with, if an owner says they want X price in an appraisal, you cannot now legally quote anything under that.
But you've got a business model that works profitably, and then the government changes legislation, and then your business is no longer viable because they've changed the legislation, and then you rewrite the concept around that new legislation. You're the sort of person that can deal with changes in legislation. So that's what challenges really are within your business. Is I feel it's God's way of testing you and preparing you to become the sort of person that can deal with X.
I feel like we have a lot of times where owners will want a higher price. It is an incredible, and I've never heard an owner out there tell me they want as less as possible when I go out there and have a chat with them about what their property is actually worth. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay, but everyone does think that their home is worth a premium. It is an incredibly hard objection to work against. However, it is something that only the market will indicate, but it's making sure you have a great process. It is our biggest challenge. It is a daily challenge we try and work on. It is something that our processes, every single day we're trying to finesse. It is not just like what you said, it's you're trying to get your bigger arms so that you're competing against so much competition, but you're trying to figure out how to get the hell out of the rocks, and then you're also trying to figure out how to beat your competition with a better offering. It's not just black and white. I think, like I said, I think the biggest rock that I've ever had to climb, I think doing our business previously was the biggest lesson that I've ever learnt in business, because it taught me to actually take an interest and a true understanding into what the client really needs. And that has forever shifted my ability to help them. And that's the biggest thing in real estate that you can have, is communication and understanding. So that were two things that I probably didn't have, which I, to this day, would say I just try to grow on every day. And I remember it. I remember. What about you?
Dealing with the woes of winter. Running a gardening business in winter is really, really hard. And I transformed our business away from being a gardening business And now we're an exterior styling business. We're the only people on the peninsula that offer that service. We specialize in it. We work with real estate agents, and what we do is we make recommendations to make your home stunning, so that when you're and we make recommendations of things that actually add value. I mean, like spending $650,000 on a garden makeover would not be equitable, but maybe spending $1,800 on a garden makeover will position your home so that it's lovely enough that you could earn an extra $15,000 to $20,000. And getting a 10x return on your $1,800 is pretty cool. And these are the things that we take you through. And the reason I'm qualified to do that is I used to be a real estate agent. I understand where the value lies, and that's my space. Now, I'm the only one on the peninsula, probably in Melbourne, to be honest with you, but we only specialise in the peninsula, who offers that. And that was born out of a challenge. I had no work in winter. I was like, fuck, what are we going to do? And I sat down, I ideated, I worked with ChatGPT, and I reinvented our business. My balls were to the wall, and I fixed it.
It's a really good concept, because in an incredibly time, like winter's always a slower market, meaning there's not a lot of listings.
Not for me anymore.
But if you partner with agents, you put them in, you put yourself in the right avenues, and you actually position yourself to a lot of owners as the leader in that space.
Today's the 1st of August. I haven't really booked anything in 2 weeks because I've been away, and then this week was a bit of a sham. We've been booked out until after the first week of September for the last 6 weeks.
That's incredible.
For the last 2 weeks, sorry. Which means we've been booked out 7 weeks in advance in the worst season to be a gardener, and that's because of what I just described.
And everyone is preparing their houses now for sale.
Correct.
That's what's happening.
And winter's actually the time to build
Not
the
for
scaffold.
winter.
Yeah, winter's the time to build the scaffold for your garden, because all the plants are dormant. So that's the season where you can really hack them. If you've got a 5 metre tall hedge and you want to cut it in half in winter. If you do it in spring, that's the growth season. It's pinging up and getting excited to really bloom. So if you cut it in half, it's going to crack the shits at you. You do it in summer, it's going to get sunburn. Winter's the only time to do it.
It's no different to how you make a gym body. How do you make your summer body? In the winter.
In the winter.
It's literally, and we live in a world.
Yep.
It depends on where you live, guys. We're talking about challenges at work within our markets. Winter in Melbourne is notoriously rainy. You know what? It's been pretty good this winter, but it's been, on and off. People don't really get their stuff. It's how often is the grass needing to be cut?
Never.
Compared to spring and summer.
6 to 8 weeks, maybe.
Correct. And then spring and summer, what are they?
Every week to 2 weeks.
Correct. So it's like, and people want to sell when everything looks nice.
Correct.
Because it's a lifestyle location. People live in the homes. So
Correct.
it's a very competitive offering. It's been your biggest challenge. That's a great...
The lesson to take from that is, in a bleak situation, you need to have a belief that there's an out. And belief is huge. Like, I was thinking about this analogy the other day. If I told you that I'd hid $1 million in this room and you have to go and look for it, you're probably not going to believe me. So you're probably not going to look for it. Yeah. But if I tell you that there's $50 hidden in the room somewhere, like there is definitely $50 hidden. Like the belief, it's actually a crap analogy. I'm going to scrap it.
No, I can take
but you
the
have
chairs.
to. It's not very compelling though. But
The painting's worth something.
You really need to believe that in your shit, bleak situation, there's an out, even if it's like apparent that it's not. You just need to will it into existence and lie to yourself and tell you that it exists, because that's step one in you finding it, or God giving it to you, or whatever you believe, whoever your God is. I don't give a shit. You need to start by actually accepting that there's a reality in which you can solve this, and then you probably will.
I will say this. I've noticed probably the biggest transformation in myself with belief, but then obviously execution. We were talking about this the other week. You have to have that much belief in what you're offering, or what you're... No, actually, you know what? Take offering. I hate that word. Not hate it, but take that aside. You have to believe in what you're actually doing. Because if you don't, no one else will.
Yeah.
And then when you take that, from the start, it's not going to be pretty. This sounds weird to say. It's It's never going to be exactly what it should be from the start
Mm.
because you have growth.
Mm.
Did Amazon start where they were yesterday? No, they had to build. It's like the building blocks. You're building block after block. And I look back. It's funny, I was looking back at like past content that we put out and past ideas and all these things that we actually did. We did it as a team. It was really funny. We looked at some like little initiatives we thought were good. We
Is
gave
this
like
it?
$10,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We did all these little things.
Is
and
this
we,
when you're in Dota?
yeah, we went to the hot springs. And it was hilarious. And we looked and we went, it was desperation. That it was purely desperation. It was trying to make something work.
They can smell it.
Correct. But
Commission
it's like
breath.
but when you're, and it's funny when you, yeah, it never works, but you've got to look and go, okay, just starting mattered.
Yep.
Because we wouldn't be here. So
True.
even if we hadn't made those mistakes, we hadn't
True.
have done those things, we
True.
would never have been here.
True.
And you can never, and I'll say this, you see, it's funny, you start to see people. I look back at my old videos. If anyone wants to have a laugh, go back and look at my Instagram. Josh Merchant is the handle. Just go
I'm
and have a look
same.
at some of the videos
I've
where
got
my
some
hair
too.
looks so stupid. I'm not saying my videos are perfect now because I guarantee you in 5 years
Are
from
you
now they're going to be 10 times better.
Are you proud?
I'm very proud.
Because I go back and look at my original videos when I was 19, and they suck. They really suck.
But at the time, I bet you were proud.
And I was like, you know what? The way that I am on camera right now is because of those shit videos.
If you never did it, I look back.
Wine and house talk. Did I ever tell you about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Wine and house talk.
What? That was like the Gary Vee.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
Was
That's
it-
where that's what I ripped it off from. Yeah.
But like I used to do these videos where I'd just walk with my phone and I had my hair and I was doing a market update and it was just sitting at a desk. Like, however, if I never trialed these things, would I ever be where I am today? Would I ever be able to sit down, have a conversation with you, look at a camera, and be able to talk? No.
No.
So like, you have to start. It's like going to the gym. You're not going to be
Yep.
the best. It's like making a phone call if you're in sales. You think you're going to pick up the phone and make gold like all these Wolf of Wall Street people where you see in this Hollywood cinematic film. Guarantee you Jordan Belford, whatever his name is, would have sucked the very first time he made a call. He would have fumbled the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And if he tells you otherwise,
He's a liar.
great perception, well
Yeah.
done, perfect.
Yeah.
I used to hate being able to, like, asking for just tomato sauce from a waitress or a waiter. I couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
Now I actually, and I think the belief is though, I'm always going to get better. It's not, and that's what I guess it comes down to. Are you looking at it like you're perfect? Are you looking at it like you've got this result and every time you make a call you're going to hit the outcome, you're going to get the outcome you want? You've got to believe that you're doing the right thing. However, don't place your value in the expectation of it.
100%.
I think that is where people go wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's a strong point. What's the next sorry,
Should we address the Freemo?
Have we done any of these ones?
We're up to question 3. Should we address the Freemo?
Yeah, why not?
We don't have a Freemo this week because nobody applied. Fuck you.
I love that. Okay, that's one of the funniest. You know what? It's no longer a free mode. I'm joking.
Yeah, now you have to pay for it. Tell you what, I said this to a mate the other day, today in fact. The free component of my business is the hardest bit for me to book now. I can't give the mows away. I can charge people $1,800 a day. Can't give away a free mow. What's that?
And no, but I'm going to put this in perspective. And this is anyone who is a business savvy person. Where are you sourcing a lot of your leads? Where do you source them?
Where do I source them?
Predominantly. Where would you say like majority of your business comes from? High pages, drops, what do you reckon?
My database now.
Database.
Tell you what, recently though, BNI's been.
Have you put any of the free mows in front of those people?
Yep.
Fuck them.
I know, right?
No, but to be fair,
My last two, so the way BNI works is you rock up your network and you have a moment where you get to have a 30-second referral request for the week. My last 2 referral requests have been for the free mow and we got nothing.
All right. Well, moral of the story.
And
Anyone,
some of them will watch this because I try so hard to get them to watch
I
it.
guarantee you, the next person who inquires will most likely
You'll
get
win.
the free mo.
We gave nothing away.
No. Most likely. There's a caveat. Because I reckon we might get 10. I believe it. I believe next week because I'm actually going to push it now. You guys have done yourself a disservice.
We did
Whoever
one
was
today.
waiting for a free mo, you've fucked up.
We did one today and fuck it lit us up. You're going into game day tomorrow. Today's a Friday. Saturday, tomorrow for Josh, game day. You did charity on the Friday. You met with an owner.
It was a beautiful day.
It was awesome.
It
was such a
so-
beautiful movement.
And I will say this, anyone who genuinely is in need, please do reach out. I know it's not necessarily, like, we're not going to, and I understand, like, publicly, we didn't put the person in the video, we're not going to publicise you. If you want your name cut out, we're not even going to ring, like, we're happy to put it on and just blur your name out. We don't want people to know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
if
It's
you
up
want
to
know,
you. You can be
we
as
would-
involved or as uninvolved as you like.
To be fair, we would love the before and after reaction,
Yeah.
but that is not actually what we're doing it for.
Yeah.
We would actually just love to see us like be able to help people in need, or even if you know someone, please, for the life of us. I mean, we're desperate.
Yeah.
Just
Well, this week I have to pay my guys to go to paid jobs. Do you know how disappointing that is? As opposed to paying them to go to free jobs. Kind of taking the piss, but
Alright,
at the same time, like it was so rewarding. It was the highlight of my day today. We
I was
spent
gonna
45 minutes on that site, and I was like, "This is great.
That's the best part of your day.
Best part of my day." Was it good for you?
It was genuinely if you had. So I always ask, what's the highlight?
Yeah.
This might come back to outcomes, but I do believe that if you're not focusing on the good, you're gonna. It costs the same amount of time and energy to focus on good or bad. It's where you choose to focus. Choose to focus on what the highlight is. Because look, I asked that to Jana, my girlfriend. I always ask that question. I ask a lot of people, are you winning? I've started to do that nowadays because I'm becoming, I think, more of who you are and really shaping into yourself. Like being the cheek, you know how Andy's very cheeky on the phone. If you ever call him and you want to quote, you're going to hear him tell you that he's a comedian, he's the funniest guy you're ever going to meet. All the other gardeners aren't going to compare.
That was
It's
good.
hilarious.
I was glad you heard
but,
that.
But it's undeniably who he is.
Yeah.
So you've got to believe in yourself,
Yeah.
but that takes time. You're not just going to shape it overnight. Like that doesn't just happen. So, but the younger you are,
it's taken a decade for me to really be able to. Today, someone said to me, so I got a lead from High Pages. The way High Pages works is it goes to 3 people. She said to me, I know you understand, like I'm going to have 3 other people. Straight away, I said to her, what did I say?
you said, clearly they're not as entertaining
They
as I
are
am.
not. There's no way those other 2 are going to be anywhere as entertaining as me.
And
then her follow-up to that was, I'll have to follow you around the garden then. And then I got worried.
But the best part, and this, don't know who this is hitting and who this is going to resonate with most. It's not what you said. It's not what you did. It's how you made them feel. And if I heard anything from her, it was just laughter and just
all those other gardeners are going to turn up and they're going to be
turn
like,
up and go,
oh, do you want a quote?
how much is your land?
How many weeds? No, not even, they weren't even asking. The other weeds, yeah, we charge this per hour. Oh, Jesus, should I kill myself now or later? Yep.
And if you're wanting someone ongoing, you want someone who's going to be positive, upbeat. I got my car washed today by a guy who came and did work experience. 18 years old, hustling, just hustling. Makes you feel good. The workmanship, he detail, like
Looks good.
unreal.
Yeah.
So Seaford Shine, jump on if you're at Bayside, Peninsula, wherever
Dude, we
you
should
are.
have him on.
We will have him on.
We'll have
That's
him on,
actually a great
yeah.
idea. All right, we're going to go into question 3. No, I've taken the lead on this one now.
Yeah,
Fuck
do
you,
it.
Andy.
Do it.
Are you measuring progress only by income or tracking what you're becoming in the process?
Yeah, so I'm not. I track what I become. I used to track income. It used to really be like a big factor for me. You?
I used to track how much money. I'll give you a good exercise. This is a great subconscious exercise. If you're ever really bad with money, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just track how much you're earning. Just track how much you're spending and then earning. That was a really good exercise. I wrote down every day if I went to the cafe.
No, you missed the point of the question. That's good
No,
advice.
I'm getting into
Okay.
I'm getting into what I'm saying,
Sorry,
progress. But I'm just
continue.
saying, on a micro, real basic level, I know we're out.
We're gonna have to hurry this
I do
podcast.
not track myself. I look at my values first, my goals second, because my values are going to shape my goals.
Are there any beers in that fridge?
Yes.
Are they yours?
Yes.
Stone and wood? Do your monologue. I'll come back.
They are, if you look at anything, so progress only by income is not how I would be looking at anything progression. Even if you go to the gym, anything like that, you almost, I don't know if anyone who's watching right now has gone to the gym and become super fixated on how their body looks. Do not do that. Just think about the little inputs that you can control, the little slight things that you're doing. And what I mean by that is hence why I said that good example of money, when I would write down what I would spend it on or how I spend my time by putting it into the calendar. Those little things make a huge difference overall. It is a major thing. I would strongly suggest do not look at it from an income because you're more than what money has on offer. Now I'm going to wait till Andy comes back. I'm just going to jump on my phone for 2 seconds.
Someone's knocked off your stone and wood.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't
we
exist.
love that. But to say that I'm, I guess, tracking what I'm becoming, I have a lot of chats with ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's good.
I genuinely do. I will always look at what I'm doing. I do think it's dangerous to look at who you are based on income because what if you earn millions and then you get into the paddock, the good paddock,
We were talking about the good
and
paddock
then you
earlier.
drop off?
Yep, you get fat. When a cow goes in the good paddock, it gets fattened up.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's a really dangerous thing. So what are you doing to track? What would you say?
It's a really good question. I am really proud of the things that I can now deal with easily that used to be a challenge. Stress on certain topics doesn't even faze me anymore on certain topics. And I'm getting significantly better at that. I'm starting to think though that the relationships with the people around me are a key factor. So you and I have I think we have a good relationship. Apparently not.
Sorry, what? I didn't think you said it.
I think that the relationships with the people, the Bible says to store up riches in heaven, not on earth, because it rusts and decays on earth. And I think that's a hint to reputational treasures.
Can we also state the obvious that God gave the devil the earth?
Yep.
So whatever's on the earth,
Yeah, correct. Yep.
you got to look at it like that.
Mm.
It's a really
100%.
and it's so shit sometimes. Pardon the
Yeah.
French. Because when things aren't going well,
Have you listened to the first half of the podcast? Yeah.
Well,
I said fuck you to
no,
everyone that
I'm
didn't
sure
apply
I
to
said
the free
fuck,
mode.
no, but I'm like,
Yeah, I get you.
it
Yeah.
is so. Okay, let's put in perspective. You've done so you did a free mo for
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yep.
We had a bit of a weird settlement went wrong. Lawns weren't done. Andy, saviour, came in, did the free mo. How much does that client bring you every year? Like a good amount.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot.
We're not going to say
A lot.
the client, but a lot.
And I like him. He's become like my favourite customer. Yeah.
So that is in itself showing that don't just do it for the money. Don't just do it for the things and that all the time. It's more important.
I'm
will
starting
see.
to think, I'm really starting to think that if you serve your community in the way that God has gifted you and build a good reputation and tell people that you're a Christian and serve God and are fragrant to the community around you,
I like that word.
God will bless you back.
I like that word.
God's going to take care of the money. Don't be a dickhead. Do a fucking good job for everyone. God's got you. What do
I
you
like
think?
it.
What do you think? Yeah.
I agree. I think the more that I really like the
It's a
word
good
karma.
attitude, even if it's horse shit.
Well,
I think it's a
not.
good attitude
No,
to
but,
have.
but it's not, because I think, like you said at the start,
It's karma.
you can't flog a dead horse.
Yeah, karma's
So-
practical.
So the longer you do something, obviously you've got to live.
Yeah.
So you can't. But it's gonna teach you something.
Yeah.
And like what we said from the start, external, it's going to teach you something regardless. Like whether it be you need to have more standards for yourself, you need to have, maybe you need to be better with clients. Maybe you need to put more effort into your attention to detail. Maybe what you're selling is what everyone else is doing, and maybe you're looking to compare yourself way too much. You could be learning something. It's working on you. You've always got to look back to that. But then how you then go out and serve the world is all about being, like what you said, being better. But don't go and flog a dead horse. Don't do it for too long that you go, oh fuck, it's not working for me. But it's like, why is it not? Look into those reasons internally and go, who do I need to become for those things to come into my life? And we've talked about that.
Yeah, Elon Musk is not Elon Musk because he's clever. It's because he's got the wherewithal to be Elon Musk.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we're all individual. That's the beauty. It's just find out what you're best at.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that. Let's jump into question number 4. Have you ever looked back and realised the tough season was actually a turning point disguised as fat?
I feel like we've answered that.
That's hilarious. That's great.
Yeah.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
We've definitely. What would you say?
Question 5.
All right.
Final question.
Final question.
And this is one that I want you guys to answer in the comments below.
Ask yourself, if your business was a coach, what lesson is it trying to teach you right now?
Yep. 100%.
If your business was a coach. Stay consistent.
Build brand.
Yep. Stay consistent.
Free is the gateway to paid.
Building brand? Or what I just said?
No, free is the gateway to paid.
That's a really good one.
Doing free shit for people is such a compelling offer. If you give someone something for free, they don't expect it all the time. If you discount yourself, people get addicted to discounts. People don't get addicted to free. If you look after someone for free once, they don't get addicted to it, and they will pay you for the rest of your life. As long as you're not a douchebag. Don't do anything as a douchebag. Do it as a good dude.
Think about it like this, right?
Yeah.
If you were a
And if
16...
they take the piss, fuck them off, but they never do.
Okay, what would you change if you were 16 right now, what would you have done for free for people? Just to start to build brand, as you just said.
If I was 16, I don't know, it's tough because stuff changes so much. But I would pick something. If I was 16, the advice I'd give is it's funny, I'm actually doing a talk at a school next week. This is the advice I'm going to give them. You should work out what you think you want right now. Understand that might change. But just run with what you got now and be aware that you might pivot off. But the caveat to that is if you want to be an architect, the best thing you can do is cozy up to the most impressive architect you know. Because your network is your net worth. And if you know John Wardle, who's my favourite Melbourne architect, and when this podcast goes well, we're going to build a John Wardle office. He designed Melbourne Uni's architecture facility. You know, the Great Ocean Road, the house on the one stilt?
Yeah,
he designed that.
That's cool. That's
really cool architect. I would cozy up with John Wardle and I'd say, hey, mate, can I be your assistant for a year or for free? Or can I come and mow your grass and wash your car every Saturday for free? Like, just work out an offer that's compelling enough that he is going to get something out of it that you're going to be able to... He's going to take into... What the fuck are you doing here washing my car for free every Saturday? Like, John, I love you. I would love to be an architect one day. And just being in your presence and rubbing off on your energy and the little pieces of wisdom you drop in a 2-minute conversation is enough for me.
That's good.
And that
I
will
think-
just naturally, he'll go, fuck, this guy's good. I need him when he's older on my team.
Mm.
Because he's just a worker. And he's the sort of person that's going to build my business.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be my
surround
advice.
yourself,
If you're 16, reverse engineer what you want, and then work back and position yourself for free, because people will love it. And ultimately, someone who's got money won't let you be free forever.
This sounds bad. When you're 16, you're going to have no idea what your values are, nor should you. But you're going to know a bit, you're going to know someone that you idolize. You're going to know there's going to be someone that you want to become. There's no doubt, in my opinion. Whether it be unless you have a future version of yourself. But for me, that would have been AFL. That would have been, and it's like, go and find those people, be around them.
Yep.
And do whatever you need to do in a free, and if you can do it,
Yep.
you're 16, offer it for free.
Yep. 100%.
As best you can. Or go out and start something. Go and do a paper round, be a big gardener. Go and offer that for free.
Yeah.
Someone's going to pay you eventually.
Dude,
go
you
and
know the
wash
kid
cars.
that rides around with the lawnmower in Frankston? Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Go and do something that people are going to see and surround yourself with those who you want to become. I think that's super important.
Yep.
That's why we do this podcast. That's why we good mates.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
everything, isn't it?
Next episode, we haven't quite worked out what we're discussing yet, and I will spruik it. Oh, should we? Because, what if it gets cancelled? Fuck it, we'll do it anyway. We're having Sam Keck on, who is the founder of Common Folk, which is an institution on the peninsula. Anyone who is from or lives near the peninsula knows what Common Folk is.
Well, hold on. For anyone who doesn't know, which if you don't, I don't know what
It's
you're doing. You're
the
living under
cafe.
a rock.
It's the cafe.
And
They're
they've opened up Frankston,
Frankston.
brand new Frankston part,
Yeah.
which is booming at the
They've
moment.
got one in the city too, on Toorak Road.
They're everywhere.
But they're a big peninsula business. They roast coffee. So many companies on the peninsula use Common Folk coffee.
We won't be roasting Sam on the podcast.
No. I'm really keen to. He's built something really special, and I want to articulate the topic in a certain way that we can understand how to become.
Well, we're just going to bring one of the best brands
You know what?
on the peninsula. And actually, please put any comments, anything that you want to know.
Should we talk
from
to him
these
about
businesses.
local celebrity?
What do you mean?
Like building something so important on the peninsula that it becomes part of.
Yeah.
Well,
he's done one of the best brands
Yep.
that's not him.
Yep.
He's built one of the best brands. So you have to look at that and go, that's incredible. Let's dissect that with him. And if you guys have any questions for him, please put them. We'll qualify, but we'll look at our own. And I think that's, best brand.
Yeah.
It'd have to be the best brand.
I reckon 10 minutes by tractor, maybe Stonia, but it's not well known.
I think Common Folk. If you think of coffee, okay, think about like the industry they work in. It's cafe. They're the biggest by mile.
Well, St. Ali.
Yeah, but they're Melbourne.
Yeah.
I don't.
On the peninsula though.
Yeah, peninsula by mile.
Yeah. And
I
St.
think-
Ali's shit, honestly.
We're
Really
just shitting on
Yeah,
people.
St.
If
Ali
we ever
is
get
shit.
St. Ali on, we are getting fucking roasted.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Well,
If we
I
got
don't know,
started, you know
make a
what?
better product. Make a better product. You've built a big business.
That's what Andy's pretty
built
much
a big
saying.
business, but I don't know. I put your coffee into my coffee machine, I grind it, I drink it, I go, oh, that's shit.
You heard it here first. Common Folk for the win. Guys, we will see you in the next one. Thank you for sticking around watching this. We're very keen for the next episode. I hope you guys are as well. Any comments, anything you need from us, drop them in the comments below. And please do not forget Free Mo Friends. How do we get on that, Andy?
smartyards.com.au/Free Mo Friends. Please nominate someone. Just honestly nominate yourself. I don't give a shit anymore. We just need to cut the grass because it's so embarrassing to come here and publicly express performance issues.
If there's no one that does it next week, we're going to find council land. We're going to
I almost door knocked today.
No, we're not door knocking. We're better than that. We're going to go and just randomly start gardening someone's land.
We won't
We don't even ask them.
We're just going to
We're
cut
just
the
going
grass.
to do it. If we see the biggest, shittest lawn,
Yep.
even if it's council, we're just going to do it.
Yep. and you'll see Jack grumpy again. Oh, watch the vlog.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the vlog. It's on YouTube, it's on Instagram. Just go and find it. You'll work it out.
All right, guys. Peace out.
See
Have a good
ya.
one.
Bye.